Dear students and friends, in this video I am going to cover the introduction and the 2D drawing part of AutoCAD 2021 version. So this is the latest version from AutoCAD. Autodesk is providing the software free of cost for all the students. How to register in Autodesk official website and how to download this and how to install this. All that procedure I have covered in the previous videos. If you have not gone through those videos, please go through those videos. I will provide the links in the description box below. Now we will enter into the AutoCAD introduction part. After opening the AutoCAD software, the first command what you have to use is the units command. So using units command, we have to set the units that we are going to use in our drawing. The unit may be millimeter, centimeter, meter, or feet, or inches, whatever it might be. After that, we have to set the limits. For example, assume that this is your object. Object dimension is 150 by 250. In that case, you can set the limits as 300 into 200. 300 in x direction, 200 in y direction. Because it is already 250, I am adding 50 extra as my limit. This is 150, I am adding extra 50 to and 200 I am taking along the y-axis. Something in this way we can set the limits. Without setting the limits also we can work, but this is the correct procedure to set the limits. After setting the limits, the third command is you have to use zoom command to get that limits into our display screen. Okay, for that you have to go to zoom command and you have to select zoom all option. Okay, first I'll explain all these three commands. After that we'll go to the remaining commands. Now I'll switch to AutoCAD software. So this is the AutoCAD 2021 environment. So here you can observe this is the official registered version. As a faculty, I have registered in the Autodesk website and downloaded the original software. This is the initial screen. So to start a new drawing, you can click here. Already some sample drawings is provided by AutoCAD. These are the sample drawings. So we have to go with new drawing. So you click on start drawing. Then you will get a screen like this. This is the graphic user interface of AutoCAD 2021 version. First I will explain about the graphic user interface. So here this horizontal bar is called as the title bar. So here you will have the title of the software, that is Autodesk AutoCAD 2021 is the software title and this is the version. And here drawing 1 is our drawing name. So here drawing is not yet saved. So that's why by default it is giving the name as drawing1.twc is the extension of the drawing file. So this is called as title bar. After that you will have the different tabs. This is the home tab, insert tab, annotate tab, parametric tab, view tab, etc. These are the various tabs. So under home tab you will find different ribbons. This is the draw ribbon, this is the modify ribbon, etc. Under home tab, whatever commands available, if you are aware of all these commands, that is enough for drawing any object in AutoCAD software. Okay, this home tab is very important. In this video I am going to cover completely about this home tab. Under home tab we will have draw ribbon, modify ribbon, annotate layers, etc. So many things are there. We will discuss all these things one by one. Next, this particular screen is called as graphic area. So here we are going to draw our graphics. So that's why this is called as graphic area. This is called as command prompt. So here you can enter the commands. Next one is called as taskbar. This is the taskbar. So here some important parameters will be there. Here this is the grid display. Already here grid is on. That's why this is turned blue. If you click again, grid will be off. Again, if you want turn on, you can click or you can press F7. Okay. So now I will switch off the grid. So about all these things I will explain later. So this is called as taskbar. Okay. So this is the graphic user interface of AutoCAD software. This is the zoom toolbar. So we can zoom, pan, etc. We can easily handle with this toolbar. This is the zoom toolbar. Okay. This is about the graphic user interface. Now I'll again go back to PPT. Now we'll see all these three commands, how to set up units, limits, and how to fix all the limits in the screen using the zoom command. The first command you have to use is units. You go for units command. You will get a dialog box like this. So here by default units are decimal units. In decimal units you will have different types of units. Millimeters are there, centimeters are there, meters are there, kilometers are there. So all these are there. So I want to use millimeters. So select millimeters and click on OK. I am going to use millimeters in my drawing. Next thing is we have to set limits. Okay. Go to limits command, enter. Okay, type the command, then press on enter. Press the enter button. Now it is asking to specify lower left corner. Lower left corner I want to specify as 0, 0. That is my lower left corner. Okay, that means this corner. Okay, enter. Press enter. To go to the next step, you have to press enter. Then it is asking about the upper right corner. So upper right corner limits are 300, 200. As per my drawing, I want to set 300, 200. So 300, 200 is the upper right corner. Enter. Press enter button. Now your limits are set. You have to display those limits in the display screen. Okay. For that you can go to this zoom toolbar and you can select zoom all. This option you can select. That is one method. Directly you can select like this, or in the command prompt you can type Z. Z stands for zoom. Then so many options you are getting. All the options whatever you are seeing here, all these are nothing but these options. You can go for this A option. Type A for all. This blue color letter you have to type. Okay, here A you have to type. Small case letter you can type. AutoCAD is not case sensitive. Zoom all. Okay. Now to check this whether the limits are correctly fixed or not, to check this I am going to draw a rectangle. Take the rectangle command. It is asking to specify first corner. First corner I give as 0, 0. Next corner it is asking about the other corner. Now you can see this is 0, 0. This is 300, 200. So these are our limits. In this way you can check the limits by drawing a rectangle. But how to draw the rectangle, how to draw a line, all these things now I'll explain one by one. We have seen these three basic commands. Next thing we will see about the draw commands. So to invoke any draw command or any command in AutoCAD, we have two methods. First you can use the ribbons. From the ribbon you can activate the command, or from the command prompt you can activate the command. Okay, but the recommended method by me is using the ribbons only. In the previous versions, graphic user interface is not that user friendly. In that case, we used to work with the command prompt. But in the present version, from AutoCAD 2010 version onwards, ribbons are introduced. Graphic user interface is very good, and the recommended method to invoke the any command is using ribbons only. Okay. First we will see what are the various draw commands. After that we will see what are O snaps and what are the coordinate systems. Okay. First, before discussing all these things, first I'll introduce coordinate systems also. Observe here. AutoCAD is supported with three coordinate systems. Absolute coordinate system. Absolute coordinate system means origin always you have to consider 0, 0. For example, I want to draw a rectangle of 100 by 50. You have to find out each coordinate of the rectangle. That means 4 coordinates you have to find. This is 100, 0, this is 100, 50, this is 0, 50, etc. So for rectangle it's okay. Very complex shape means finding the coordinate of each point is very difficult. So that's why we will not use this absolute coordinate system. Next one is relative coordinate system. We will use relative coordinate system because in the relative coordinate system the starting point will be 0, 0. Suppose this next point coordinates I want to enter means this will be 100, 0. Very easily you can find out the next step. point coordinate. To go to this particular point, what we can do is this particular point will make as 0 0. This will become my origin. When this is origin 0 0, this is 50, then this coordinate will be 0 comma 50. Okay, from here to here I want to move means this particular point I'll make as 0 0, then this is negative x direction, so this coordinate will be minus 100 comma 0 will get. Okay, from here onwards this I'll make 0 0. I'm going downwards means negative y. This point coordinate will be 0 comma minus 50. Something in this way we have to work with relative coordinate system to make this particular point as 0 0 or this particular point as 0 0. We have to use the syntax. Syntax is x comma y you have to use. Okay, relative coordinate system and next this polar coordinate system. These two I'll demonstrate now. So for polar coordinate system, the syntax is, so this polar coordinate system is used to draw the inclined lines. So that's why inclination is 30 degrees, distance is 100. In that case, the syntax is at the rate this distance less than angle that you have to give as the input. This is the syntax for polar coordinate system. How to invoke any command, that already I have explained about two methods. First one is using ribbon, second one is command prompt. So these are the ribbons. This is the draw ribbon. In this particular draw ribbon, various commands are there. Line command is there, polyline command is there, circle command, arc command, rectangle, ellipse, hatch, spline command is there, ray command is there, construction line command is there, ray is there, next multi-point is there. So many commands are there under this draw ribbon. To invoke any command, that means to activate any command, just click on that particular icon. Then that command will be activated. Here you can observe command is activated. Here in the command prompt it is displaying to specify the first point. First point I will specify somewhere here, anywhere you can specify the first point. Here I am taking the first point. According to relative coordinate system, suppose I want to draw a line of length 100. Then what I have to do, at the rate, okay, 100 comma 0. Then this is the line of length 100. Now I want to move vertically 50. Then this particular point I want to make as 0 0. So that's why I'll type at the rate. Okay, just observe the syntax. I'm taking at the rate and x direction no length, so no distance is there, that means 0 comma along y it is 50. So here you can observe at the rate 0 comma 50 you can observe. Okay, now I want to move in this direction, left negative x direction, at the rate minus 100 comma 0. Downwards I want to move at the rate x coordinate 0, y coordinate minus 50. Now the rectangle is completed. Okay, this is the relative coordinate system. Again I will invoke the line command and I will explain about the polar coordinate system, just to draw an inclined line. Okay, so from here, from this end point I want to draw the line. So here observe, you are automatically getting that end point option. So these are called as O snaps. I'll explain about this after the polar coordinate system. I'll explain about this. Just catch that end point and I want to draw a line of length 100 at 30 degrees angle. So at the rate distance is 100 less than angle is 30 degrees. This is the syntax. Now you will get a line of length 100. This is length 100 and angle is 30 degrees. 130 you can get. Okay, so you can check these dimensions also. This is 50, this is 100. Okay, so in this way we can use the relative and polar coordinate systems. Just I'll delete and I'll explain about the OSNAP settings. Suppose a line is there, something like this, a line is there. I want to draw one more line. I want to draw one more line from the end point of this line. Okay, from this end point, I'll draw a line like this. Now observe here, you can observe a small gap here. You can observe a small gap. Okay, this is not exactly at the end point of this line. Now I'm trying to match it like this. To overcome this sort of problems, AutoCAD is providing OSNAP option. So what is the OSNAP option is automatically you can catch the endpoint, midpoint, center point, etc. To activate that, you have to go to F3. If you press F3, automatically you just observe here OSNAP on you are getting. Again, suppose if you press F3, you will getting the message that OSNAP off. When OSNAP off, then you can't move it to the exact endpoint. Exact endpoint is not possible. Now you check, I am pressing F3. That means OSNAP on now. When OSNAP is on, you can get this endpoint option. You can get the endpoint option. If you click here, automatically it will catch the exact endpoint. Exact endpoint it is catching. You can check it. Okay. Suppose I want to draw another line. I am going to line command. I want to draw another line from the midpoint of it. So automatically you are getting the midpoint to midpoint of this line. Very easily you can draw using these OSNAPs. Okay. For this, to on and off OSNAP, F3 function key you can use. To set the OSNAP settings, you can go for OS command, OSNAP command. You can observe here this magnetic symbol is there. That means automatically you are catching the endpoints, etc. So here these are the various OSNAP settings, object snapping settings. Okay. If you want to clear, you can clear. If you want to select all, you can select all, or you want to select few. Suppose endpoint, midpoint, center point, etc. You want to select only few, you can select only few. Better thing is you select all. Okay, click on OK. Zoom all. Okay, this is about OSNAP. This is the very important setting. Suppose if you have a circle, then from the circle center point you can draw a line to some nearest point or end point of this particular another line. Or you want to draw a tangent to the circle, you can easily draw the tangent to the circle. Okay, something in this way you can easily work with snaps. Next, another thing is, suppose I want to draw a line parallel to this line from here. Then in that case, you just press the shift and right button. You press shift plus right button, then you will get all these settings. Here you go to parallel option. Go to parallel option, place the mouse over the reference line. That line is our reference line. To that we want to get parallel. So put the mouse over that line, then move it like this. Then again you will get the parallel option there. Then enter the distance or click the mouse. I want to enter the distance 80 length I want. So this is 80 length parallel to this. Okay. Similarly, I want to draw a perpendicular line. Then in that case, somewhere here I want to draw perpendicular to this particular line or this particular line. In that case, shift plus right click, then go to perpendicular option. Then you can draw a perpendicular to this. This angle will be now 90 degrees. This is 90. Okay. Something in this way you can draw the parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay. Now we will see line we have seen. We will see what is polyline. Polyline means it is also just similar to the line, but the only difference is this is polyline. These are normal lines. The difference is Here you can select individual segments in normal line. In polyline, this entire thing will be selected as one particular object. Okay, but you have an option to change the polyline into normal line. So to change the polyline into normal line, you have to use explode command. You just click on explode, then this particular polyline will be converted into normal line. Okay, so that is about polyline and normal line. Next, delete this. Next, circle. The circle, basic circle you can draw by specifying the center point and radius. Radius I am taking as some 25. This is 25 radius. You can check. Radius is 25. Okay, something in this way. In different ways you can draw the circle. Center point and diameter you can enter. So I'll enter the dia as 50. Same thing. You can check the diameter. Diameter is 50, radius is 25, same. Or 2-point circle. You can pick 2 points and to draw a circle, 3-point circle. With 3 points, you can draw a circle. Next, tangent, radius. 2 tangents you need to have. This is first tangent, this is second tangent. In between that, you can draw a circle like this. This is the first tangent, second tangent, and some radius. I am entering radius is 10. Something in this way you can draw the circle. Third option is tangent. That means 3 tangents you need to have. This is the third tangent. I'll delete all these things. 3 lines are there. By taking these 3 lines as tangents, you can draw a circle. This first tangent, second tangent, and third tangent. You will get a circle like this. So these are the various options to draw the circle. The first basic in the circle is center and radius. Second, next command is arc. So to draw the arcs here, 3-point arc is there. So with 3 points, you can draw an arc. Similarly, so many options are there to draw the arc. You can practice all these. Okay. Next one is rectangle. So rectangle and polygon. So rectangle means you can specify first corner, and the next corner you can specify like this, at the rate length some 100, comma height some 50. In this way you can draw the rectangle. This will be 50, this will be 100, this will be 50. Okay, this is the method to draw the rectangle. Then polygon. So to draw the polygon, first thing is we have to enter number of sides. Suppose I want to draw a pentagon 5 sides. Okay, center point of the polygon it is asking. So I don't want to go for inscribing the polygon or circumscribing the polygon. I want to take the edge side. So for that you have to go for this edge option. Go to this edge option, enter E. Okay, then select some first point you can select. Then you enter the length of the side. Length of the side is some 25. With 25 side, I will get a polygon. This side is 25. We can check that. Here to here it is 25. Okay, something in this way. In polygon command, you can take any number of sides. Suppose I take 6 sides. Okay, again I will go for edge option. E, enter. You can track any point like this. Just place the mouse over the reference point and move like this. This is called as tracking. Length is some 25. Okay, you can check. So in this way, this is about the polygon. This is ellipse. Center point is there. Then measure half of the first axis distance, half of the second axis distance you can specify, and you will get an ellipse. Then axis ends you can specify like this. This end points. This is half of the other axis. Something in this way you can draw the ellipse. Then this is hatching. So before going for hatching, how to draw a simple drawing, after that how to hatch it I'll explain. Now I'll go to line command. I want to draw a simple basic drawing of steps. Okay, so observe, here I am starting. I am drawing a simple steps drawing. You just observe which method I am adopting here. Okay, to draw these steps drawing, which coordinate system I have adapted? Relative or polar? Which one I have adapted? Think over. So here I have not considered either polar or relative or absolute. So another easy technique is there. I'll explain that now. Go to line command. Go to the line command. Somewhere here you pick the initial point. After that, use F8 function key. Use F8 function key. Then you will get one option here. Ortho off you are getting. Here you are getting a message of ortho off. Again you press F8. You are getting messages ortho on. When this ortho is on, your mouse is restricted only to horizontal and vertical directions. Okay, when your mouse is restricted to horizontal and vertical direction, you keep your mouse in the required direction and enter the distance directly without calculating the coordinates. You just enter the distance. What is my x length? 150. 150 I am entering. Press enter. Now 150 line I am getting here. Now keep the mouse in the upward direction. In the upward direction, suppose I want 75 length. 75. Type 75 and press enter button. Okay. Now you are getting 75 in the vertical direction. Now here I want a step after 50. Keep your mouse in this direction and type 50. Press enter. After 50, you will get a line segment. Now I want to move in the downward direction to a 25 length. Keep the mouse in the downward direction. Type 25. Press enter. Okay. Now I want to move towards my left. Keep the mouse again in left direction. Type 50. Enter. Now keep the mouse in downward direction. Type 25. Enter. Now keep the mouse in left direction. Type 50. Enter. Now keep the mouse in downward direction. 25. Enter. Now again press the enter command to terminate the command. Okay. To end the command, again press enter. In this way, easily you can get the drawing using F8 function key. F8 function key is very important. Okay. Similarly, to draw the inclined lines instead of polar coordinate system, you can use F10 function key like this. Suppose from here, I want to draw a line of some 45 degrees inclination. So now it is restricted to vertical and horizontal. I want to get 45 degrees. To get that, what you can use, you press F10 function key. Once F10 is on, you will get a message that polar is on. Polar is on. Polar is on means ortho will be automatically off. Polar is on. Now you keep the mouse in required angle. 45 degrees I want. Okay, keep the mouse at 45 degrees angle. So this is the angle you are getting. Keep the mouse at 45 degrees angle. Now 45 degrees angle you can see. Whatever length you want, that length you type. I want length as some 60. 60 length I want. 60 you type. Now this is 45 degrees. Length is 60. Length is 60. The angle is 45 degrees. This you can achieve using F10 function key. Using this F8 and F10 function keys, we can do almost all the drawings very easily. Okay, so that is very important. Next we will discuss the modify commands.